These soldiers weren't fighting the Nazis alone, they were actually fighting an enemy that was largely made up of Soviet prisoners of war. The idea behind Operation Bagration had always included using POWs, Polish prisoners of war from the Soviet Union, as a sort of human minefield to funnel German forces into a killing zone, where the division would be waiting. But it wasn't until Skulimowski received that fateful message from Warsaw that the true extent of this plan became clear. By this point, the Germans had already begun to push deep into Poland, and their military was on track to capture Minsk by midsummer 44. That's when Captain Skulimowski made his call: "We have no choice but to hold our ground." And so began one of history's most heroic last stands. Skulimowski knew full well that he'd be leaving behind a battle plan for his men to execute, one that would require them to fight against impossible odds. But it was the only move they could make, and it just might be enough to change the course of war in Europe. But here's the most shocking part: Skulimowski wasn't even Polish. He was Russian-born, a former Red Army officer who'd been captured by the Germans during Operation Barbarossa. And yet, he remained loyal to the Polish cause, dedicating his life to fighting alongside them, and now, making that final stand. As the German forces closed in, Skulimowski's men stood firm, ready to meet their fate with honor. It was a moment of pure defiance, one that would go down in history as a testament to human courage, no matter what nationality or uniform you wore. And in the end, it worked. The Germans were held off long enough for Kosciuszko himself to escape from Warsaw and make his way back to Minsk, where he joined Skulimowski's men one last time on the battlefield.